What is going on? Today I'm going to be speaking about 40 interesting items that I sold on eBay from October 16th through December 1st. And this is a lengthier video, but it's very informative. I hope you enjoy it. Let's just go ahead and dive in. So the first item we have here, I won't even try to pronounce the name. I would butcher it. But anyways, it's a Japanese lunchbox. It's actually pretty neat. I learned something new when I bought this item. But anyway, I picked this up for $2.99 at a local Goodwill. Flipped it for 28 bucks. I'd do it again. Now the next item we have on the list here is vintage tearaway, breakaway pants, whatever you want to call it. They're basically like the party boy pants. But yeah, I picked these up at a Salvation Army for like 2 or 3 bucks. Flipped them for 25. I don't recall if they were first class or not, but they weren't much to ship. I'd say maximum, I think they were like 6 bucks. Good money there. Alright, the next item on the list is retro Nike Washington Husky basketball shorts. And I think one of the main selling points for these was the 3XL. They were a big size, they're dry fit. These are quality shorts. Whenever you find Nike shorts in good condition and can pick them up for a good enough price, always pick them up. I found these at Salvation Army. I want to say 2 bucks, 2 into 25, and I'm pretty sure these went first class. Alright, this next item here is actually just a charger. It's a charger for some type of beauty product I sold. It was returned, said it didn't work. That's fine. So I ended up selling the charger for 20 bucks. And it's kind of a long story, but I won't get into it. And 20 bucks, first class, cost $2.40 to ship. That's a good sale. I'm selling the other part for parts. But I've yet to sell that one. But anyway, just goes to show you, even if someone breaks your item or it's broken in transit or whatever happens, you can still part stuff out and make some decent money back. Alright, this next item here, I bought a bunch of these. I bought over 10 pair, and they've been selling slowly but surely. I have $55 invested in each pair. I know some people aren't willing to do that. That's fine, you know. This isn't for everyone, but I've been selling them consistently. I've sold some for over 100 bucks, but the $100 is my my point where they're selling pretty steadily. So I know it says 3 available, 2 sold, but I've relisted it since then, and I'm actually down to the last pair. So pretty neat. Alright, this next item we have is kind of interesting. This item I bought at a fill-a-bag sale for next to nothing. And yes, they are cassettes, and cassettes do terrible. I actually sent it into Amazon, and it just didn't sell. And I did not want to get hit with a long-term storage fee. So I recalled it, listed on eBay, and it sold. Again, I bought this at a fill-a-bag. I probably have maybe 10 cents invested. And it ships first class, so we're good to go on that. Alright, this next item here, very neat item. This is the Jason hockey jersey. Yeah, everyone knows this jersey. Friday the 13th. Sold right around Halloween time, and I sold it for 19 bucks. I picked this up at a Salvation Army for a buck or two, so can't go wrong with that, guys. On the back it has the 13, and yeah, ships first class. Alright, this next item we have here, a vintage Ouija board. Some people aren't comfortable selling this, but hey, wherever there's money to be made, I'll play. Now, this was 100% complete, and I was hoping to get like 30 bucks for it. I got this at a Goodwill for 99 cents. But anyway, 20 bucks. Easy money, as you can see, easy pictures. Alright, this next item, we have a vintage Shaquille O'Neal Lakers jersey. But the key here is it's a youth jersey, and some people don't check out the youth clothing. I'm not saying you have to, but you might be missing out on money. Any jerseys I typically pick up as long as they're priced in my favor. I want to say I picked this up at a Salvation Army for like $2.99. And honestly, I don't even know why they're shipping there. Typically, I do free shipping. I must have just not clicked the box. Again, this ships first class. It weighs next to nothing. Alright, the next item we have on the list is a Milton Bradley 500-piece puzzle. It's sealed from 1979. So this is an old puzzle, guys. I had it up there for a high dollar amount. I think I started at like 30 or 40 bucks. I just kept dropping it. But anyways, I picked this up at a Goodwill for either 50 cents or a buck and sold for 14 bucks. Ships first class. Most puzzles, as long as they're decent, you want them to be sealed unless you want to count pieces. I'm not the person that's going to count pieces. But yeah, I'll pick up sealed puzzles, but they have to be sealed and they can't be some crappy cheap brand. You want a decent brand, and it's ideal if they're older so the market's not flooded, in my opinion. This is a lighthouse, kind of a neat little scene. Alright, the next item we have on the list is the Chicago Bulls snapback. If you aren't familiar with snapbacks, do your research. This is the classic green under brim. Nothing crazy price-wise, 10 bucks. But I picked this up at a Goodwill for 99 cents. I'm happy with it. It shipped first class, And actually, I would have got more money on it, but the last button on the back was broke. I didn't do my due diligence when I was picking up the hat to make sure there was no flaws. So that just goes to show you, do your work at the store and be happy. If you see a flaw, you have to weigh the option, should you still pick it up or not. If I would have known that from the get-go, I probably wouldn't have, to be honest. Because I know that, there's a flaw, it's probably not going to go for that much. Alright, the next item on the list is a Polo Ralph Lauren 90% wool with 10% rabbit hair sweater. Just kind of stumbled upon that at a Salvation Army. It was $1 or $2. It shipped relatively cheap. I want to say it was like $6 to ship. I think I shipped it priority because it was a little bit over a pound. So I'd pick it up again, but I wanted more money out of this. This was one of those things that there was tons of watchers, but no one wanted to bite the bullet until eventually I dropped it enough. I think I started this at around 40 bucks. Alright, this item, I would not buy this item again. Don't get me wrong, I only had a buck or two invested from a Salvation Army. And I don't know if you remember this, but I sure remember this toy when I was young. And this is the pull string toy. It works. You pull the string and it makes the animal sound. It's kind of fun, actually. It didn't cost too much to ship. I did make money on it. But the problem was it just took forever to sell. I want to say this thing took at least 6 months to sell. And I really did not think that it would take that long to sell. I was really surprised by that. But, it is what it is. I don't have it anymore, and I won't be buying it again. I mean, if someone gave me one for free, I might take it. But, again, I just don't like stuff sitting on my shelf for that long with not making that much money on it. Alright, this was funny. I want to say I sold this hat either when the Cubs were in the series with the Indians, or I'm torn. I don't know if it was that World Series or if it was before the World Series. But anyway, I sold it right around World Series time. And, this is Chicago White Sox peeing on the Cubs. But it's funny because, it's just some Sox hater that they didn't want the Cubs to win. But what did the Cubs do? They pulled off, oh, here we go. They pulled off that W. We flew the W, and we got that World Series win. So shout out to the Cubs. Shout out for them winning the World Series this year. It was a great series. Both teams played great. It was fun. But back on track, guys. All right, this next item we have here, this is a Dennis Eckersley baseball card. 1975 Cleveland Indians, How ironic. But anyway, I sold this card, $13. I picked it up for $2. Super simple to ship. I shipped it first class in a DVD mailer. So, goes to show you. I picked that up all day. This next item here, it took a really long time to sell. I did make decent money on. I only picked it up for $1 at Goodwill. But man, I did not think it would take that long to sell. Again, this was one of those items, I think it took like over 6 months to sell for $13. I mean, yeah, I made probably $10 on it, but jeez. Oh yeah, and this one was actually kind of interesting because it was English and Spanish translator. I thought that was kind of neat. Alright, this next item here, something I don't typically sell. And again, I don't even know why I have shipping on this. It was just by accident, I guess. But this is a Ralph Lauren woman's plaid 100% worsted wool shirt, jacket, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I really don't know much about women's clothing, to be honest. I don't usually search women's clothing in thrift stores. I don't even like searching men's clothing, but if I find something really worth picking up, I pick it up, I don't skip money if I know it's easy money. Alright, next on the list we have our classic Polaroid. This is a one-step 600, tested, $28. That's right around where I've been selling them recently. I used to get a little bit more. I used to sell them in like the 30 to 32 range. I don't know. They just been selling at $28 really quickly. So that's what I priced them at. I mean, I picked this one up for, I want to say I picked this up for $1 at a garage sale. So that's what that was. So good money there. Goes to Cream City Cameras. You can't go wrong. Great return on investment. I probably made at least $20 with, well, no, I take that back. I probably made right around $20 with shipping and fees. Shipping for me literally cost $5 because Cream City Camera is like right around the corner for me. Alright, the next item we have on the list, this Sony DP-FD810. It's a 8-inch SVGA LCD 4:3 ratio LED backlit. And I got this right around the end of garage sales. I picked this up for $5. So 5 into 50, I love it. Super easy to ship. Honestly, I just I took the box and I threw it in a poly bag. So very simple shipping and great money. I would love to pick up tons more of these for $5, but that's something. This is one of those things you don't really find those too often, or at least I don't. Usually, someone that has something like this, I don't know, it just doesn't seem to pop up in garage sales around me. All right, this next item again. This is those Nike shorts. These are running shorts, and unfortunately, they should have gone for more money, but the problem was I didn't, again, do my due diligence at the store and go through a really good check on them. They had a small hole. I don't know. It kind of looked like a lighter hole for some reason, like someone lit a cigarette by it and then made a hole. I don't know. But anyway, first class, super, super light. Any Nike shorts, you're going to make money on as long as you pick them up cheap enough. Again, these I bought at a Salvation Army for like $1 or $2. Alright, this item, Adidas performance shirt. Not too much to be said about this. I actually came across this for free, believe it or not. Shipped first class, 100% profit. Can't go wrong with that. Alright, this next item here. I wouldn't pick this up again. I picked this up at a Salvation Army for $1, but this thing sat and sat and sat. I kept dropping the price. I started off high. I started off at like $50. And I don't know, I just couldn't sell this thing for the life of me. It's pretty big. It's a U.S. Naval Academy beer stein mug. Kind of a cool little mug, if you ask me. But yeah, $19. This thing was a hassle to ship. I bubble wrapped the crap out of it. I was afraid this thing was going to break. It's like big, bulky, fragile, man. I don't know. But, after fees and whatnot, I mean, I might have made $10, but I wouldn't pick it up again. It just took forever to sell. Alright, this next item here. I was actually tempted on keeping this item. This is one of those clothing items. I feel like this is one of the things I've been saying in this video. Not too much, but this is one of those things where I just didn't check the item at the store. I got this at a Salvation Army for either $3.99 or $4.99. And, sold it for $40. Randy Moss. I'm a fan of that player. There was pretty bad fraying on the arm, but someone bought it like that, and they paid up. I wouldn't say $40 is cheap for this jersey by any means, especially this is a used jersey. Like, I don't know. All right, this next item, flea and tick medication for dogs, 23 to 44 pounds. Not much to be said about this. Shipped first class. Picked this up for $1 at Goodwill. So, decent money. Alright, this next item. Man, there was a lot of washers on this item, but no one wanted to buy it. This is one of those things. I started off at like $50. Apparently, this Johnny O brand is like some yuppie brand from California or something. I think that's what my research concluded. But anyway, MSRP on it was $85. It was a decent size. It was extra large. Newer tags. Again, I thought I was going to get a little bit more. I thought I was going to get like $50 because MSRP was $85, but no one wanted to bite on this thing. So I ended up selling it for $30. I picked this up at... This was a Salvation Army. This was like $2, $1.99 actually. So really good profit there. Shipped first class, but just took a while to sell, and I thought I'd get more. All right, this is a classic vintage Boston electric pencil sharpener. This thing was actually made in the USA, believe it or not, and I tested it. Cleaned it up a little bit. I do a little bit of cleaning. I just take like a sanitizer cloth or whatever, the clear, I don't know, whatever that 99 Lysol cloth thing is. I just wipe it down at one pass, and whatever it does, it does. But anyway, these things sell all day for 20 to 25 if you're willing to wait a little bit. Nothing crazy, but sometimes you have to wait a little bit because there's a lot of people that'll sell this thing for $12.99. I don't know why. It's silly to. I mean, I know you can pick this up for 50 cents, 99 cents. I picked this one up for 99 cents, but I'd rather wait it out and get the 20 to 25. All right, this next item here, had for a long time, but that's okay. I picked it up at Salvation Army. I picked it up for either $1.99 or $2.99. I don't remember which, because it was sealed. Normally board games are only $1, but this thing was sealed. And this is a Monopoly Chicago edition. Kind of a weird little edition, but anyway, 20 bucks. Just throw it in a poly bag, good to go. So made some decent money on this. Funny thing, actually, I sold it for 17 or 18 bucks, but the thing is, his address was wrong, and I told him, I'm sorry, I have to refund your money. I can't ship to an address that you messaged me on eBay to. And he's like, all right, no problem. I'm going to switch my address and buy it again. Just relist it. So I relist it, and since once you relist it, it's not on sale anymore. It was 20 bucks. He still bought it. He didn't argue about the price or anything. So I actually made more money on it because he messed up on his address. So kind of a fun fact that's interesting. And don't always think that the buyer is going to be, they're not all bad buyers. There's very few bad buyers. I don't run into problems often, and if you take care of the customer, you're usually good to go. They're not trying to scam you or anything like that. I mean, every once in a while, you'll come across a problem, but for the most part, eBay buyers are good buyers. They're good people. All right, this next board game. Now, this is an old board game. The Cribbage Master 1950. Once around with instructions. I really don't know the game personally, but I mean, look at the thing. It was in excellent condition. So I got 33 bucks for it. I wanted to get 40 or 50 for it. That's what I started at. I started at 50. But I was really happy with 33 bucks. I picked this thing up for 99 cents at one of my local Goodwills. So can't argue with that. Throwing it in a poly bag. That's how I do my board games. All right, we have 1975 Rummy Royal Whitman Complete. Now, if you look at the condition note as well as the last picture, you can see I said the cards are replacement but are still sealed. I literally threw some Jaguar NFL team cards in there because it was complete. There just wasn't cards. So that was kind of weird, Usually a game it's not like one easy fix, but sometimes it's that one easy fix. And I've actually done this more times than you would think. That cards are missing, so I have tons of packs of cards. I mean, you can pick those up all day at thrift stores for 50 cents, even cheaper if they come in bulk. But anyway, good sale here. I picked this up, I don't know if I said yet, but 99 cents at a Goodwill. All right, this next item we have, we're going to keep on the board game tradition right now, I guess. We have a 1996 Stratego board game, 100% complete, with manuals, 21 bucks, Pick this up, 99 cents, Goodwill. Whenever I see Strategos for $1, pick them up all day long because I know they're going to sell anywhere in between the $20 to $30 range depending on the year and what the market is doing right now. Alright, this next item, this is a game and you see it's $9.95, you think it's probably not even worth picking up, right? Well, funny story is this lady at a garage sale literally just gave this to me. She's like, if you want this, you can have it. I bought some other stuff. And I wasn't confident sending this into Amazon for some reason. I think it was because Amazon was selling it like brand new for that price or something. I don't know. I don't recall. But anyway, that just goes to show you that Amazon and eBay prices are different, and you have to check both. You have to weigh your options, see which platform, if you sell on both platforms, is better to sell on. So, $10 first class. I didn't have anything in it, so that's free money. I mean, it didn't even come with the artwork, so Just goes to show you. All right, this next item we have Pacifico Cerveza, which is beer, cycling jersey. This is I guess the Mexico edition or whatever. But that's one of those things. The zipper did not work. I probably would have got $30 for this thing, $35 if the zipper worked. It didn't, but anyway, $19. First class shipping, and I paid $2 for this at Salvation Army. So definitely cycling stuff, be on the lookout for. Alright, this next thing is another board game, I guess. It's but this is an interesting one, actually. This is a Scrabble Deluxe Edition 1966 with a turntable. And the big problem here was it was missing one tile. You know, Scrabble has 100 tiles. This thing had 99. And that's why I believe it took so long to sell. This thing looked really cool, actually. If I was a Scrabble person, I'd probably keep it, because I picked this up for $1.99 at Goodwill. And this thing was big. This was like, that box was like 16 by 16. But again, I threw this in a poly bag, so it didn't add any weight. But just this board game alone, that thing weighed 5 pounds. It didn't cost too bad to ship because it didn't go too far, so I'm happy with that. And again, sometimes when you go home and you count those board game pieces, you're like, man, I wish that this thing was complete, because it'd probably fetch me another $15. But it is what it is. I was happy with the sale. It just took a long time. Alright, this next item we have is something that I don't sell often. I think the market personally just tanked. This is a Walt Disney Pocahontas John Smith exclusive mug. And I picked this up for 50 cents at a Goodwill, sold it for $15. It shipped first class, so I made good money on it. Would I pick it up again? I definitely would. But the problem is, there are so many mugs out there at your thrift stores and whatnot, and most of these mugs are complete trash. And most of the time, if you don't know what you're looking for, it's not even worth looking up. There's just too many people selling mugs. There was too many people that hopped on the bandwagon and whatnot. So yeah, you can make some great money off mugs. The problem is there are very few that you can actually make money off of anymore. Alright, this next item we have here, excuse my language if I use it, but this is the Bill Ripken Fleer rookie card, the famous profanity F-face and black box lot of 2 Air. But anyway, these are 2 different baseball cards. I had a buck or two invested in each one. And if you look at the first card at the end of the bat, they weren't supposed to print this card. This is literally the most famous Air baseball card. And on the end of the bat, it says fuckface. So, you know, you can imagine at the time, I don't remember when this card came out, but at the time, you know, that was crazy. That was insane. And then as you can see on the second card, it has the F face blacked out. So they have a bunch of Air versions of this card as well. Alright, this next item here, I would not pick up again. This is a Skill 180 poker chip set with deck of cards. Picked this up for $2.99, sold it $18, but you know what? This thing weighed too much. It just cost too much to ship. I really did not make much money off of it, even though I paid $2.99. I believe this darn thing went to California, of course, too, so that hurt me, but it is what it is. Alright, this item just barely made first class. So this is a Mickey Mouse and Friends scrapbook album. Pretty small, 8x8, but yeah, I picked this up at Goodwill for $1.99, and luckily it shipped first class. It was right there. I threw it in a poly bag. If I would have put it in anything, if I would have put it in even a bubble mailer, it wouldn't have been first class. All right, I loved this one. This is a World Book Encyclopedia 2004 22 volume set. And as you can see by the condition note, it is ex-library with standard markings, but great overall condition. And I got this at a fill-a-bag sale for literally $2. It fit in 2 bags. Love it. I know it says $135, but I took an offer for $110. And you can see I have free economy shipping. But the thing is, I did all I input all the stats of the package. I forget the size of the box. I want to say it was like a 16 by 16 by 14 or something like that. But it wasn't a crazy big box, but the weight was insane. It was a heavy duty box. The box was actually rated up to 90 pounds, I want to say. But anyway, the box was 60 pounds, so insanely heavy. Medium mail was actually not the cheapest route. I planned on doing this medium mail. I talked to a buddy. I even said, hey, what's the highest for medium mail? But later I found out he did tell me. He said 70 pounds, and he was correct. But yeah, I ended up going FedEx, not Smart Post. You would think I would go Smart Post. But home delivery was actually cheaper than Smart Post. And home delivery was actually only 2 days. So they got that thing super quickly, and they should be happy. I mean, I upgraded their service, and oh, I want to tell you how much it cost. A lot of people are going to say 60 pounds. What could that have cost, right? But yeah, 2-day service, really good service, home delivery from FedEx, $29. Now, it was more than I would have liked. Maybe next time I should charge for shipping. But honestly, I made so much money on this thing, it's really not a big deal. I was hoping it'd be like 15, 20 bucks, but again, 29 bucks, and I had $2 invested into this. So this was my favorite sale of the video for sure. I was so stoked when I got this. Now, I got offers. I got tons of offers for this thing, but people would be lowballing on the offers. The highest offer, not including what I sold it for, was 80 bucks. People would offer me 50, 60, 70, 80 bucks, anywhere in between. And I'm like, there's no way in heck I'm going to deal with shipping that thing for that low of a price. Because I didn't know exactly how much it would cost, but, I knew it wouldn't be worth my time and effort selling it for that cheap. And if you are not familiar with World Books, look up some of these sold. Some of these prices are crazy. Like, some of these sets literally sell for like 300 bucks. So, always be on the lookout for that. Alright, this next item we have here, they're kind of cool. They're like bullet knobs. They're the knobs that when your car is locked, they go down, and when they're unlocked, they go up. These are just replacement. They're fun. But I bought this as a retail arbitrage item. I want to say I have like 70 cents in them. But anyway, they're a feedback builder. They ship first class, so decent money. Alright, now you want to say $11.99. That's nothing crazy. But these knives, I got tons of these knives. This is a long story. I won't get into it, but I'll give you a very short version. Excuse me. I have 50 cents into these knives, and again, I bought a lot of over 200 of these. These are new old stock. But anyway, one of the key factors here is you see that 5 were sold. Well, 3 were sold to one individual, and then 2 were sold to another individual. And I could literally ship 3 of these first class. So let's do the math here. We got 12 times 3. That's $36, and I had $1.50 invested. And they ship first class, so they were at maximum $3.50 to ship. So that means at maximum I had $5 invested, including the shipping, for selling them for 36 bucks for 3 of them. So again, that's the thing that I love. I love when I can find like some bulk deal I'm going to be making really great money on. But yeah, we've gone through the 40 items. I hope you liked the video. I hope you learned a thing or two. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. If you haven't already, if you like this content, if you like to see more content like it, hit the like button and then go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching.